Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome to my VR to Simon from the Hermit's Cave top 10 Oracle decks of all time. Now I'm going to tell you, he did uploaded the video Saturday, June 1st, 2024. I was like, I got this. I could knock that out. And then I started looking at my decks and I'm like, crap, I'm in trouble. It was very hard for me. I take a lot more consideration when purchasing an Oracle deck than I do tarot. So I think all of my decks are like my precious babies. So when it came down to it, it was very hard. I'm throwing this disclaimer out there that this list could change tomorrow. I did narrow it down to 10 decks and a couple cheats. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, but this one, but this one. I'm like, no, don't second guess yourself. Just do the video. So here we are with my VR to Simon from the Hermit's Cave, top 10 Oracle decks of all time. And I was going to do not any particular order, but I have decided to do an order. I'm going to do the two cheats first because I wouldn't be me. Could not do any kind of top 10 or 20 or whatever video of Oracle decks without showing these two decks, despite the fact that neither of them are in my top 10. But I still feel the need to show them. So, my very first Oracle deck ever, and the deck that actually started my tarot and Oracle journey, is the Earth Magic Oracle Cards by Stephen D. Farmer. This is a Hay House publication. I got this deck in the mail, and it was instant love. Instant love. It is the normal Hay House Oracle size. I've used the crap out of this deck. It is glossy. Shuffles nice. I love the backs. And it is just, for somebody starting out, learning tarot or Oracle, this is a perfect deck for them. Because it's not overwhelming. It has a gorgeous image. And then one main word and then a keyword to go with it. And it's just stunning. And I actually saw this Dragonfly card with Emergence, which is gorgeous for that. And I'm like, I have to get this deck. Not knowing what an Oracle deck was, I purchased it because of this card. And you could, in essence, say this card started my whole tarot and Oracle journey. Don't know. Oh, that's the tree. I'm like, why is that flipped around? But it's tree and grounding. Gorgeous. I used the crap out of this deck for years. Well, I've only been doing this almost 5 years. So in the 5 years, I've used the crap out of this deck. It is gorgeous. It is stunning. I took it to work and actually had other people pulling cards with it. For somebody that doesn't know anything about this kind of stuff, this is an easy deck to read because it gives you the word. It takes you in the direction you need to go. Look at this Island in Solitude. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. That screams Hermit. And then Lake and Stillness. And I actually have a death card that reminds me of this. And, I should pair those. The Pastoral Tarot. Or I can't remember. I think that's the name of it. But this would go good with that, I think. But I love this deck. 2 pieces. It's the deck that started my entire journey. Look at that. River and Movement. Gorgeous. Started my entire journey. Just gorgeous. Oh, look at that Shaman. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So that is the very first deck I ever got and my first cheat on this prompt or video. Next cheat is a deck that is out of print. And I'm showing it because it's out of print. Because it took me 3 times to get this deck and get the correct copy of this deck. It is the Past Life Oracle deck. Cards by Doreen Virtue and Brian L. Weiss. This is also a Hay House deck. They're older stuff. this was the one deck, after I bought the deck I just showed you. It has gold gilding, gorgeous. This was a slightly used version. Still beautiful. Love the backs. I was heavy into past life when I first started my spiritual journey. It's what I started out doing, was past life work. I wanted this deck so bad. I got that Oracle deck, the Earth Magic Oracle deck. I'm like, I need that deck in my life. And I couldn't find it. Bought it on some random website. Turned out it was a fake. I was disappointed. Then I saw a Russian version of it. Bought it. It was like $38. Bought it. And it was horrible. It's not nowhere near the same cardstock. It wasn't gilded. It literally looked like the images were painted on a rough piece of cardboard. It was horrible. I still have this deck, which sucks. I still have that deck. And then something told me to go online where I had just purchased that deck. And right below them was a lady selling her copy for $12. And I'm like, you kidding me? Because I've seen this deck for almost $900 before. And I'm like, that's insane. Who would pay $900 for this deck? I wasn't going to. I can't afford that. But she sent it to me. It's almost a pristine condition. It had just the edges here off. I loved it. I use it every time I pull out past life work. This deck comes out. So it is a huge part of my practice and a part of my continued practice, we'll say. So that's my two cheats. That's a deck. I could not get those two or show those two because they kind of started my spiritual and tarot and oracle journey. So let's get into the top 10 oracle decks of all time. And I will say, this is just oracle decks, not affirmation cards, not playing cards. I could do a whole other video just on those. This is just oracle. And I have a couple decks that are kind of tarot and oracle combined. It doesn't include those either. Because that's not fair. They should be in their own category. So number 10 on my list is the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle by Kelly Burton. Now, if you know me at all, it's purple. Everything is purple. You knew this deck was going to come out because any of her decks, I have all three. Look at that purple gilding. Gorgeous. Gorgeous bee. At any chance I get to show off any of her decks, I'm doing it. And this is number 10 on my list because I don't use it as often as I thought I would. But the artwork is so stunning. It is kind of like what I like in a deck, oracle deck, because it just has one keyword at the bottom. And then you can almost use your intuition for the rest of the deck. But it's stunning. I love it to pieces. Like I said, I don't use it as often as I thought I would. But I do only tend to pull this out when I pull out the Keeper of the Sacred Bee, which was her last deck in this trilogy series. God bless. Just stunning. Stunning colors. Stunning art. Yeah. But I tend to pull this out with the Keeper of the Sacred Bee. It's an RWS-based tarot. And then the first deck she had was the Journey of the Sacred Bee, which started my obsession with her work. It's a Thoth-based deck, but I feel like it is a more standalone deck by itself. So I tend to use this one with the Keeper of the Sacred Bee. And it has 5 suits in it. So that's cool. It has more cards than what you would deem in a typical oracle deck, which I love to pieces. So that's number 10. Number 9 is, and it's only number 9 because I just got it toward the end of last year and I'm still using it. Wild Child Oracle cards. It's probably going to go, if I were to do another one of these videos, it'll probably be higher up on the list because I barely put this down. Love the back. Love this is the second edition. Love the silver gilding. I didn't even show you the other one, how it shuffles. But they shuffle great. There's not that many cards, but it doesn't need them. This deck packs a freaking punch. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. It packs a punch. But it packs a punch in a beautiful way. And I don't know, and it's weird because I was going to add the Roots and Wings into this list, but I think this is out beating the Roots and Wings. Unfortunately, because I love the Roots and Wings, but I think this is kind of replacing that for me, this deck. It just reads so beautiful, so sweetly, and the artwork is stunning, and I'm just like, oh, I love you. Look at this decay card. Like, come on. Stunning. So yeah, that is the Wild Child Oracle. I've been using it constantly this year. I find myself going back to it quite a bit. Beautiful. So that was number 9. Now I forget what 8 was. 8 is not a surprise, I don't think, to anybody. It is Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle by Mandy Peterson. This is a straight up round deck. Beautiful lavender gilding or edging, matte edging. All the fronts are the same. And then, oh my gosh, what did I do? These are the extras. Yeah. And then you turn it over and you have different writing here for the cards. Different things. This leaves nothing to the imagination in that it gives you time frame. It gives you who you were, what you did, if you were married or not, if you had kids or not, how you died in a past life, what time frame you lived, all kinds of things. And I just, this really upped my past life game when I bought this deck. And I put it off for a long time. Didn't do it because it was a Kickstarter, I think, originally. And then I bought a copy. It was like $40-something, and it was a knockoff. And I'm like, seriously? But it's stunning. Stunning deck. I pulled that quite a bit. The lower class, feminine, poetry, or poverty, depressed, beggar, famine. I do pull that card quite a bit. Religion, devotion. It's everything. Everything you could possibly ask about a past life. This deck has it. And I'm like, this is insane. 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 If you were a saint, if you were a hippie, or a rebel, if you're a prisoner of war, work slave, I mean, just everything. It's crazy. I've done a lot of readings for other people with this. The book that comes with this, well worth it automatically. Because it goes into detail on every single thing on this, the cards you see. It covers everything. And I love it. And it has really taken my, what do you call it? Past life reading game to a whole new level. So that's number, what I say, 8? 7? Where are we at? That was 8. So number 7, and it's only lower on the list because I, again, just got it last year, at the end of last year. This is the Thistledown Oracle. I mean, I'm using it right now, right this second. So I want to tell you a little story. As we get closer to the new moon, which is Thursday, I looked it up yesterday after I had this crazy dream. These are the backs. There's nothing else I can say but gorgeous. This artwork is gorgeous. I was going to use my Grimalkin's Cat Tarot and my Soul Cats Tarot, which is also Adam Oler's artwork, which is a mass market deck, this week, because I needed to use the Grimalkin Cat Tarot to give it a fair shake, because I'm already in love with the Soul Cats. And I paired this deck with both of them. And then I had a dream yesterday morning. This card has come up 3 times today. And I'll tell you why that's significant here in a second. So yesterday morning I had a dream about, I was at a block party, came out of the block party, and there was a dragon settling into the treetops above us. And we take off running. And at the end of the street was a T-Rex eating someone. And I'm like, and so at that point, while we had been at the block party, we were in someone's house. The whole world had fallen apart or collided with another world. And there was giant chasms in the road. It was horrible. Like, it took us forever to get home. And then they were like corralling us into areas for our safety. But I remember the very beginning of the dream was this. We walked outside and it was kind of like twilight. And it's so stunning. This is a gorgeous oracle deck. And we had, there he is. I was just in awe because at one minute the sky was kind of blue. And the next it was like you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And I realized there was like little lightning fires happening in the treetops. And I'm like, what is happening? And you could actually hear snuffling, like something was sneezing or something in the trees. And then I realized it was a ginormous dragon laying in the top of the trees trying to sleep. And every now and then it would snuffle out some fire. And then this morning I pulled cards and this is the first card that popped out. I'm like, okay. So I actually wound up putting the Grimalkins up and grabbing the Smoke, Ash, and Embers and paired it with the Soul Cats and the Thistledown. And let me tell you, the readings were phenomenal. So apparently I'm in this dragon-y mode for some reason. And I loved it to pieces. It was so stunning. But anyway, before I keep talking, I only have 6 more decks to go. So number 6, Victorian Oracle. It's a make playing cards deck. I use it for past life readings. It's pocket size. It's got like 100 cards with it. I love it. It's got a little keyword here. Sometimes it's landscape, like that. It's stunning though. I love this deck. I use the crap out of it a lot. This is probably one of the most oracles I've used. One of the oracles I've used the most. It's stunning. It's got this Victorian style to it. Yeah, it's stunning. I used it for past life readings. I've used it for mediumship readings. And it's so good. So good. So good. So that is the Victorian Oracle. And again, that's a make playing cards deck. I don't know if it's still in print or not. Number 5. Top 5 now. Awesome. Sacred Destiny Oracle. Hay House deck. And right on top, look at that gorgeous stillness or standstill. Beautiful bags. It's that matte cardstock. Shuffle's amazing. I used the crap out of this deck. Look again. It's so beautiful. Everybody loves and knows this deck. It's stunning. Stunning. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm going faster because hopefully I don't run out of time before this is over. So, number 4 is, I grabbed the pocket size because it's smaller and it was right there. The Mystical Shaman Pocket Oracle. This was like the 4th or 5th deck ever I bought. I bought the full size. And I love that they came out with a pocket size. Now I can take it everywhere with me. Love the backs. Love the fronts. I do rely heavily on the book for this, but this deck is only for ancestor work. Only. And so I don't do a whole lot of ancestor work at one given time because it's a lot to digest. Because I feel like I'm peeling back eons of ancestral crap. And it takes a lot to digest and get through. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I've talked about it many, many times throughout the years. And I'm so glad last year the Hay House came out with the 10 version. I love it. So that was deck 4. Deck 3, we're getting to the really good stuff now. Deck 3, I have both versions of this, and I have a Peggy bag for each. This is the bigger version, and it's really not that big. It's actually smaller than the deck I just showed you, and it's the big version. It's the Secret Pocket Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I freaking love this deck to death. I mean, I've talked about this many, many times. It seems like when I pull this deck out, all my psychic senses are on high alert and open up. And I get amazing readings out of this deck. So, it's so beautiful, and I love it to pieces. And I don't know what I would do without this deck in my collection. It is my number 3. I carry the mini with me all. Sorry, I had to pause it. I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, that was the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. That was my 3rd favorite. My 2nd favorite, and I actually just made a pouch for it. Really cute little pouch. It is the Oracle of Echoes. This is the 2nd edition. Yeah, if y'all know me, you knew this deck was coming, right? It's my number 2 deck ever. It would be number 1 if it weren't for the amazing readings I've had with deck 1 that I'm about to show you. But yeah, this is high up there on the list. It's my 2nd favorite. I don't know what I would. These top 3 here, I would repurchase them again and again and again and again. They're stunning. I love her artwork. Gorgeous. Shuffle's amazing. And now I have the tarot that goes to go with it. I'm so excited. Yes. So that is deck 2. Now deck 1 is Mass Market. That's an indie deck. That one's in print. The 1st edition's no longer in print. So the first Oracle deck ever, Alana Fairchild, Sacred Rebels Oracle. This is the glossy version. This is by Blue Angel. When I first started my spiritual practice, not even my tarot practice, my spiritual practice, and these are huge cards, but I shuffle them like that. They're glossy. They got borders. The first card, I actually saw somebody doing a pick a card reading on YouTube. That's when I realized, oh, people are doing this on YouTube. And I pulled a card, or I'm like, oh, I'll try to do that one. Didn't realize they had sayings on them and words on them. And it's, yeah, the next to the last card here. And I went to pull this card, and when she started the reading on that section, and it was a time I was asking myself, should I pursue my dream of being a writer? Should I do this? Should I do that? And then I saw the card I had picked, and it was this one, number 42. The word wants to be written. And I'm like, I started bawling because I'm like, how did those cards just know what I was going to say? It was weird. But for that alone, every time I've ever done a reading with this card for myself, I've bawled my head off. This deck taps into some uncharted territory that I cannot explain at all. And for that, it is my number 1 ever favorite Oracle, because it helps me. It's kind of like with the Gaian Tarot. It gives me the space and the permission to allow myself to feel things that I really don't normally feel. So that is my top 10 decks for my top 10 Oracle decks of all time. And like I said, tomorrow that could change because I'm like that. I could change my mind tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, that is all the decks I have for you guys. That is the top 10 tarot decks of all time. The decks that my VR2 Simon from the Hermit's Cave. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.